Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here, and man, it is the 1st of December. It's crazy that it's already December and 2019 is only a month away. Anyway, I haven't done videos for a couple days. Was gonna do one last night, but I just passed out. I was so tired. Anyway, back at it here today for today's 6 game slate. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, 6 game slate. Today should be interesting. Yesterday, there's a lot of value out there. So far today, there's not much value, and you can see these totals are not the greatest out there. If you guys are sub to me, I always tell you guys to check out my videos to see how I feel about the slate. And I feel maybe play like 20-30% normal if that helps at all. So a little less than normal is what I would play. Nothing too crazy. Even if you guys aren't sub to me, I wouldn't bet too much tonight. Just not too much edge going on, and a couple good teams versus bad teams. That's kind of what we're looking at here tonight. Yeah, I mean, not the craziest night, but still half decent, but I would still bet a little less than normal. So anyway, last night for us and premium lineups was pretty good. As you see there, won 3,000 on this one with a 275.3. We had Westbrook. It was a weird night. Had a lot of studs, and most of them didn't do anything. Anyway, Westbrook, he did all right with a 46.8. Frazier had 25.7. Easily could have had 35, but New Orleans didn't play him at all really in the second half. I'm not sure why it wasn't foul trouble. Could have been matchups. But anyway, yeah, he could have had a lot more, but only had 25. I picked Dennis Schroeder here just because he's going up against Atlanta, so I thought they'd play him a little more, and they did. It was a blowout for most of the game, and he came in the fourth quarter and played most of it, and just went to town. So good one from Schroeder at really low ownership. Smart, very popular at 38-1. LeBron, man, I don't know what the heck happened to this dude. He sucked, 39 points. Had Paul George didn't play at all in the fourth quarter. He could have had 45, but they were beating Atlanta. Scored 33-5, and then we had Jackson, 33 points. Larry Nance sucked, and then Aaron Baines. So it could have been a lot better if I had Drummond and Davis. Obviously, that would have helped. On DK, I did have Drummond. I went with Simmons here. Was doing good. Didn't really play at all because Washington sucks, and they got blown out. I don't know what happened to Grant here for OKC. Just he was terrible, so he hurt me a little bit. But, as you see, still won there in some tournaments and all 50-50s and some double ups. As you see there, 1,500, one of our subs. Yeah, overall, well, not too bad of a night as normal. We'd love to have you guys on board. $35 a month for Fanduel and $35 a month for DK. Obviously, those are both separate prices there. Get in on that. Also, you guys can still join for season pass. It is still $350, but now you get DraftKings and FanDuel included for that. So definitely a lot cheaper now and a very good price. So to get in on that, check out our website in the comment section. Also hit us up on Twitter as well. That will be down there. So yeah, definitely would love to have you guys on board. It was a good night for us last night. Yeah, let's get into tonight. As I said, should be an interesting one, and you'll see why. There's not much value out there here tonight. All right, we're going to go to our first game, Golden State and Detroit, 227, and Golden State only by 4. Man, I don't know about that one. 4. To me, this spread depends on Curry, how much they're really going to play him. Knowing Steve Kerr, he's not going to play Curry crazy minutes. He'll probably play him about 25 to 27, probably around that range. We'll have to see. If later today we get that he has no minutes restriction, then, definitely play him quite a bit. But, he's been out for almost, a week and a half or so. They're going to be pretty cautious with him early in the season. So, all right, I don't expect him to play big minutes here, but I still think he can get you 30 to 35 in this one if he only plays 25 minutes. I don't mind Reggie Jackson to get you around 28 to 30. Clay, we'll have to see. I think Curry coming back helps him out a little bit. 72, though. It's going to be a little much. I think he can still get you 30 to 33 points. But like I said, tonight's one of those days where there's not much value as of now. So you're just going to have to take some of these guys at 4.8 and 4.9 value. Kevin Durant, 11. I personally don't know him. be a close game. Let's put him in there. You can look at Griffin and Drummond. Griffin wasn't good last night, so maybe he steps it up here tonight. With no Draymond on him, he might be half decent. Drummond was solid last night, and I like him again. So I'm looking at Drummond and Griffin for sure for Detroit. And then Golden State, I'm not 100% sure. You got Kevin Durant, Clay, and Curry. I'll probably just pick one of them. Not sure who yet, but I'll probably, like I said, have to pick one. I'm probably leaning towards Clay because he's a little cheaper. Durant's still in a half-decent spot. And then you can look at Reggie. Not the greatest night against Chicago, but still he's scoring pretty good. So I don't mind him for 30, 35 points. So hopefully Detroit can keep with them. I don't know. Probably don't think they will. I'm surprised that's only a 4 spread. It could go up to 6 to 7, so we'll have to see. But if it stays the way it is, you might have to target this game pretty good because that's a pretty good total and a close spread with all the firepower here. All right, Brooklyn, Washington, no spread right now, but Washington, a 227 total. So Washington, they're trash, man. Once again, I think I do think Brooklyn can win this game or come close. Anyway, Wall once again was trash last night. He could pick it up. We'll just have to see. He's one of those guys that's either on or off. I do like Beal and Russell. Both those guys are in pretty good spot. If Joe Harris is out again, DeMarre Carroll, he was a beast last night, picking up the slack for Joe Harris. If Harris is out, Carroll's one of the few value plays out there. I mean, he went off 38 point. The only thing, though, is this game did go to overtime, so Brooklyn could come out flat. Sorry, they went to 2 overtimes. So Brooklyn could just come out dead, and Washington could blow them out of the water. It could happen. But anyway, I still like Carroll. Probably not going to do those crazy numbers again, but still around 24, 25 if Harris is out. Otto should be coming back. He was out for personal reasons. We'll see. Maybe I personally thought it was because of trade rumors, but he's supposed to be back today. So if he's not traded, then don't mind Otto Porter. You can look at Markieff Morris here. Terrible last night, but been pretty good every other day. I haven't really been picking RHJ. Let me go look at him here real quick. He's been okay. Been playing big minutes. Let me go look at the DVP here real quick. So they got Russell at a plus 4.1. They have Allen at a 2.9. They got Bryant 6.3. He might get you 18 if you need it. And then Wall. Beal a bad minus, but I still like him here tonight. So I'm looking at Beal for sure and Russell, like both of those guys. And then I don't mind Allen. I know he had 1 or 2 bad games, but I still don't mind him here. I'm not too afraid of Thomas Bryant here. So look at Allen, $6,000 and get you 30, 35. So I'm looking at Allen. I am looking at Otto Porter if he plays, Bradley Beal and Russell. Those are probably the 4 I'm looking at. And maybe in a one-off GPP, have John Wall just because he's one of those guys that can go off at any moment, but also, as we know, has a lot of duds. So GPP for sure. All right, moving on here. We have Toronto and Cleveland. This should just be terrible. Anyway, I don't think Lowry or Kawhi Leonard are going to sit in this one. They don't have a back-to-back, so I do expect them to play. How many minutes? That's the big question. Kawhi did play 44 against OKC. Sorry, not OKC. Against Golden State, but he should be fine here. If David Nwaba is out again, Alex Burks for sure he's in play. Anyway, he just got traded from Jazz for Kyle Korver and played last night and looked pretty good in a blowout. He had 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists for 34 points. So if David Nwaba is out again and Toronto should annihilate him, Burks should get a whole bunch of garbage time and don't mind it. Another guy I don't mind, and another GPP play here is Danny Green in a very good spot. But how much do they really need him here? 20 and 32 in his last 2 games. Like I said, GPP, but his DVP is looking pretty good here tonight. I don't know if I really need Lowry. You can look at Colin Sexton. They're playing him half-decent minutes here. Like I said, not the greatest matchup, but he's playing big minutes and shooting the ball, but he's so up and down. So you can look at him if you need to. Just not the greatest game. I do like Siakam but he's 7,000. Yeah, I don't know how many Toronto guys I really need, but yeah, for sure I do like Alex Burks. I think he's in a good spot, and then you can look at Danny Green. I just don't like picking too many Cleveland guys either. Let me see here. Clarkson, he's been up and down. Yeah, it's just So yeah, Cleveland's Cleveland. Alex Burks, and then maybe Danny Green. For me, you can look at Kawhi and Lowry, but I don't know how much they really are going to go off in this one. So yeah, if you need them, you can have them, but are they a must-have? Definitely not. All right, moving on here. Boston, Minnesota, 212, Minnesota by 2 here. I think it could be a little more high-scoring game. We'll have to see. Irving, not in the worst spot. I think he can get you 35-40, but nothing too more than that. Smart should be popular. Once again, put him in there. I do like Covington personally. Hayward, 28-30. Al Horford should be back in this one. So you can look at him. Maybe 28-30 as well. Let's see here. I like Capella over Towns in this one. I don't really care for Towns against Al Horford. So I'm passing on him. You can look at Tatum, terrible game last night, but I'm not too afraid of Sarge and Taj Gibson's defense, so I think Tatum can get you 30 in this one. Marcus Morris should be back on the bench. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But if he is, I don't mind Morris as well. So as normal, I love Covington. You know how I am with him. And then Marcus Smart, probably going to be in a lot of people's lineups and mine for sure. Tatum, if you need him, I don't think his ownership will be high, so maybe 30, 35. And that's really it. So as you see here, there's a trend that there's not much 5 times value guys out there. So you're going to have to kind of bite the bullet in some of these guys' salary, and hopefully they get you 4, 7 to 5 times value because there's not much craziness going on out there. All right, Chicago and Houston. We have no total on this one, and yeah, we'll have to see here. Houston finally did pretty good last night against San Antonio. They got CP3 back. Let me see if he – let me go look here. He had a – okay, so he had a hamstring injury, so I'm not sure if they're really going to – they might play him back-to-back. We'll have to see. As we know, hamstring injury is not too kind, especially, with an aging point guard. But we'll have to see. Obviously, it affected him a little bit. Still didn't play big minutes there. So if they do play him here, I expect about the same amount of minutes in this one. But I don't think they'll rest him. But if they do rest him for some reason, just go back to the normal Eric Gordon, James Harden. But if he plays, you can still consider him. He's only 8,200. Then we got Ryan here. His price is really expensive. He's up and down as well. Only had 5 points last game. Going up against Paul defense, not feeling him. Like I said, I do like Harden. Probably the guy I'm going to pay up for in this one. Probably 5-1 value. He might just hit overvalue, but obviously with CP3 back, it hurts him a little bit. You can still consider him. I do like Zach LaVine for about 39-40 in this one. You can look at Holiday for sure as well. Daniel House has been playing half-decent minutes, around 23, 24 points. But everyone's coming back a little healthy now, so I don't think he's going to be too productive in those minutes. You can look at Jabari, had a bad game last time, but still can get you 35 on it, here tonight. Wendell Carter, same thing. He's been terrible. Had a good game, but last time out, so GPP for sure. And then Capella, probably my favorite play here to get you about 40 to 45 at that center position. So we'll have to see the total. Probably the best game to target, I guess. With some of these cheaper guys here. So I do like Capella, Wendell Carter, GPP, Parker, GPP, Harden cash, Levine cash, Holiday GPP, and then Chris Paul probably GPP just because of his low minutes. But like I said, if Paul sits for some reason just because of it's a back-to-back, then definitely look at Eric Gordon. All right, moving on. Indy and Sacramento, no total on this one, probably around 218, probably around there. So look at Darren Collison. Don't mind him. Don't mind some Corey Joseph. Don't mind Fox. All 3 of those point guards are in play for me. Bogdanovich, I do like him. Small forward. Also like Bogdanovich over here. Evans, not the greatest, upside, but he's going to be everywhere, probably in my lineup as well, to get you around 23, 24 points. You can look at Bajinka only because if Bagley is out, Bajinka is a small forward, power forward, so he might step up just a little bit here, but he's been trash as well. Power forward, if Sabonis don't play, look at Young. If Marvin Bagley is out, you can look at Harry Giles. The only thing with him is I don't know how many minutes they're really going to give him. But if you get you 18 to 20 minutes, this is one of those guys that could win you a GPP. As you see there against Utah, only had 19 minutes, had 44 points. Only had 10 minutes, had 18 points here. Only had 6 minutes, had 10 points. So if they give this dude 18 to 20 minutes, he's going to get you 25, 30 fantasy points. So keep an eye on Harry Giles. Like I said, he got called up from the G League. He just wants to go out there and play. So that's only if Bagley is out. Like I said, if Sabonis is out, look at Thaddeus Young for sure. Then Miles Turner, I'm never a huge fan of him, but who knows? He might do half decent. Let me go look at his DVP here. Plus 4.6, so you can look at him, but he's another one of those GPP plays here. And Willie Cauley might get you 30 in this one. So, yeah, like I said, as you see, nothing too crazy going on, but I'm going to give you some of my, like I said, some of the cheap plays here. So I'm going to go smart. I'm going to go Alex Burks just because I don't think Nwaba is going to play in this one, so that's a little cheap there. Let me see what else we got going on. Like I said, I do like Capella, one of probably my favorite center, power forward. I do like Griffin. Maybe Thaddeus Young, like I said, Giles, GPP. Small forward. Probably Durant over Kawhi if you have to pick. And then you can look at Evans as well. And then a point guard, we have not much going on here. So what you could do, you could always just go Fox and maybe go down to Joseph or Collison if you want to. If you don't want to do that and you want someone big, I guess Wall. Because he has the highest upside, I think, out of the guys, but also the biggest bust upside as well. So, as you see, a lot of these stars out here don't really have the greatest upside here. So it's going to be one of those nights, probably around 65, 270, maybe 275 is going to be the cash line. We'll have to see. So who knows? As normal, a couple injuries could happen throughout the day that could change the slate. But as of now, not a lot of upside out there, and the stars don't really have big upside either here. So but as I mentioned, Burks and Smart, some of those guys are cheap. You can look at a couple of them, and that should give you a little bit of salary. As you see, you still get $6,700, so you can get in one more big guy and some medium guys there. So that is it. We'd love to have you guys join us for premium lineups. As I said, this was last night. Won 3,000 on this one, and also DK hit as well with one of our subs for 500 here. And a 50-50 double up. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at. We'd love to have you guys join us. $35 a month for Fanduel and $35 a month for DraftKings. Obviously, those are both separate prices for each sport. And like I said, hit us up on Twitter as well. Twitter and website will be down there in the comment section for you guys. That is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry, not the greatest video. Not too much value out there. It's just one of those days. Probably no video for Sunday just because there's only, 3 games or 4. So we'll see you guys here on Monday. And, hopefully you guys have a good weekend.